First day on a new job. I'm going ahead of Dad and I'm barking trees down here in the creek bottoms. Pretty good walnut. Dad's cutting on a big one right there. Got the old handy dandy precision axe with me. So what we're doing is we're going to come through here with these dirty trees. We'll take this axe, cut the bark off there where the water gets all over this and puts mud and sand into the bark. We'll take that bark off with this axe, that way when we go to cut it, the chain doesn't get dull. Well, dull is fast anyway. So it kind of speeds things up, me going ahead of Dad, because this is the rough end of the deal here. These are, I use one of these a lot more than I like to use them, I know that. If you bark, 20 or 25, 30 of these trees a day, it's a pretty good workout with your back and arms. There's several trees in here. We'll get a little closer to the creek down here. There's a lot of bigger ash timber and some real big walnut, which we'll get to later in the day. That tree Dad's cutting on right now, it leans pretty hard. So, which I have no doubt he'll get it down. I've seen him cut trees that got such a lean to them. I don't know how he gets them down without busting them to pieces. He's cut trees I'd be terrified to cut. "73-year-old man, he's pretty handy with that saw still. I know one thing, he's forgotten more about cutting trees than I'll ever know. Watch him bring this one down here real quick. It's a cool morning down here south of Jasper. And of course, in these little creek bottoms, it don't take much to get cool in the mornings. But I think it's supposed to warm up pretty good today, tomorrow. Back in the 80s. There he goes. Let's see what he's... Notice we're staying a ways back. That's got a pretty big top on it. And that's as close as we're going to get right here. I'd get a little closer when that top comes down. It's going to bring a lot of stuff with it. And like I said, these are really, really good trees. That's a pretty good size one there. This one here's... It's not as big diameter-wise, but it's a lot taller. I mean, it's a lot of height on that tree. Away we go here. He's clipping the ears right now. I see that, yep, there she goes. I see the top starting to move. There he goes, taking the backside now. There it goes. Easy as to be. Nice. Nice. I even had some debris hit my hard hat there. Whew. Getting warm out now. Dad and I are both cutting. I just got done cutting this little one here ahead of him. He's working on this behemoth here. That's a big tree. Big tree. These cool mornings, it don't take long to warm up, even though it's pretty cool when you get to work. Running the saw and an axe. Things heat up pretty quick. We've got a slug of them cut down up through here, just working our way down through here. Now this timber stand here, we're not going to get real carried away. We're going to selectively harvest trees. Because they're going to build a house here. The road's right there, so we're leaving a buffer zone of trees out here. We're not going to touch anything. And then we're going to go down here in the creek bottom, and we're going to take a few more in the creek bottom, of course, but not so many up here on top, right in here. Now I'll have to bring the skid steer in here and build the decking area as well. So, a lot to do yet. Let's watch Dad bring this big one down here. That's a good tree. Good tree, good dirt. Everything's been cutting real good so far too. We've got some more like this one here to cut down here closer to the creek. This is kind of almost up top a little draw here. The draw starts there. You can see it works its way down into the creek bottom. There's a couple here to cut. Like I said, I cut that one there before to get it out of the way in case this one decided to go back towards it, which I don't think it will, but it's better safe than sorry. We think it's going to go straight out through there, but in the case that it did want to take a swing, he's still bore cutting now. We had a gentleman last night ask us if we'd ever crushed a saw bore cutting. And not that I can ever remember that we've ever crushed a saw from bore cutting. I mean, don't get me wrong, we've crushed a few saws. Anybody in the logging industry that logs day in, day out for years, you're going to have some mishaps. Things happen. But I don't ever remember having a saw crushed from boring trees. It's really a good way to control the fall. Because your spurs, that's what holds the tree up once you bore out all the heartwood, so there's no chance of it busting. Then you just kind of control it with your spurs once you cut into the spurs. So basically the tree's up on stilts more or less until you go to cutting spurs. Big top in that tree. My dad's a fairly good sized man, so you can kind of see how big that tree is. There he goes, he's cutting the spurs now. Here it's starting to creak and pop a little bit. About ready to go. There it goes. Easy, easy, easy. Nice. Nice. Nice, easy fall. Good cut. Some good ash. Good ash down here in this creek bottom. Nice, flat, fairly open timber. Not a whole lot of underbrush. A lot of big trees. Good bur oak there. I do like cutting this ash. Ash can be dangerous to cut, but I like cutting it. I like cutting ash and maple, but then I'm gonna work in the creek bottom. Dad, he's over here working on another big walnut. got them barked for him. I'm gonna try to get started on some of this ash, bark it so we can get it cut. Places like this, you got to be careful when you work because it can get so wet you'll fall out of sight in here in these old low bottoms. We've got a little rain here in the last week, but as dry as it was, I don't think it'll be enough to really hurt us too much on extraction. And that's another good thing about using these smaller skidders. You don't leave near the footprint that the bigger ones do, like when we had the 490 Prentice or our 548G John Deere with the 28s, which the 548G did really good just because it had the 28s, but still the little 540Bs, 548Ds, they're so light. With the 23-1 tires, they really get around pretty good. They don't leave a lot of a footprint. Get over here out of the sun. It's really starting to warm up. Really enjoy cutting this tall timber. I know Dad does too. You can run into some fast footage on these old tall trees, especially when they got a little size to them like these do. Peek through this whole thing here. He's cutting the spurs now. There it goes. Well, getting ready to. There it goes. Nice and easy. Nice. Almost looks like it's starting to... No, I thought it was going a little bad. I don't guess it is though. I guess that's just the color of the wood. Here, take a look at it. That's a big tree. Pretty good one there. Pretty good one there. Dad, he's whittling on a pretty good one. I'm going to go over here, see if I can find a few more out in here. Then we're going to have to get the skid steer in here and start building the deck. Start building the deck. I'm using a 66 today. I generally use an 88, but these 660s, 661s, they ain't bad. They just, it seems like they don't stay as sharp as long, and they don't hold near the fuel, so about every 4th or 5th tree you're refueling. But that ain't too bad. Ain't too bad. Looks where that thing's gonna go. Maybe I ought to get out of the way. Let's walk out of here. Get out of here. Find our safe space. Find our safe space. That ought to be a good little clip back. These are tall trees. These are tall trees. Me and Dad are just having a heyday cutting these. I hear it popping. It's starting to go. There it goes. Man. She fell all the way to the bottom. Still bringing stuff down. Did that pull over another tree, Dad? I'm scouting ahead of Dad right now. He's cutting that tree, then he's going to sharpen his saw. I'm just trying to... Oh, there it goes. What a tree. Wow. What a walnut tree. Is that not something? That's the biggest tree I've seen in a while as far as height and size. Man, what a tree. I might just get an ice cream cone today to reward myself. I don't really need much of a reason to get ice cream if you've seen my figure and physique. Pretty good tree there. Actually, I mean, that's a real good tree. There's some really good oak out here, too. Let's see if we can go catch up with Dad. Traipse through the brush. Got to come down. That's a monster. That is a monster. It leaned hard too. Leaned real hard. This is a tough tree to cut. That was the first thing Dad noticed when he seen it, was how hard it leaned. Of course, we got a little bit of wind coming on. That's probably not helping the issue any. Out of the south, it's leaning hard to the north, so. If anybody can bring them down, though, it's my dad. I'd have already messed this tree up if I'd have been cutting it. There ain't much holding it. She's starting to pop. There it goes. There it goes. Wow. Wow. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's big. 36 foot up there.
Well, it's tall.
Hard to get out of here. Probably gonna have to pick a pretty straight road to get her out.
Well, I got this big devil worked up. Dad's down there cutting another one. I got her topped and split. This side over here wasn't long enough to make a log, but we could salvage a piece out of this here, so I went ahead and cut that crotch down the middle, and we probably got probably a long 7. I don't think that'll make 8, but it'll sell, and I don't believe in leaving stuff laying if you can get something for it, especially when you've already cut it. So it's been a pretty good day. I'm about out of gas on my saw from cutting. I know Dad's got to be getting low. We've got a pretty good start. We'll try to get a skidder here tomorrow. And then the way we talked a bit ago, we might try to come in with the skid steer Saturday, build a decking area, try to push what we can at the skidder tomorrow. There's another big tree out here, kind of like this monster here we cut. Not as tall, but same diameter. It'll have to be pulled, so we'll need to get it down here. Probably bring the D model down here to pull with. Whew. But I'd say that's it for today. We're hot, we're tired, and we've got several down. My saw's dull and out of gas. I know Dad's about out of gas. He's getting low anyway. Guys, thanks a lot as always for following our channel. We appreciate all the likes, the views, the comments, the subscribers. Appreciate it. I'm glad you guys enjoy watching. As long as you enjoy watching, we're going to keep making videos. So be sure to check us out on all of our social media outlets. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. We're going to get out of here. It's hot. Need to move some equipment, get some equipment ready to go. Guys, see you tomorrow.